Hello and a very warm welcome along. We're just near the Marshall Arena here by the MK Dons Stadium in Milton Keynes, preparing for the weigh-in for the big fight on Sunday evening this week. It's a change for us, of course. Joshua Buatsi headlining with Chantelle aiming for a world title. Female boxing absolutely buzzing at the moment. I'm joined not by Eddie Hearn, because we know Eddie is at home, obviously tested positive for COVID. Frank Smith didn't. Frank, good to see you here. And the show goes on. We miss Eddie though, don't we?
Yeah, we do. We are live.
We are live.
Right. I'm not going to do what he did. Eddie is at home resting. I think he's locked away in a bedroom for 10 days. Not allowed to see anyone, so I don't think he's enjoying that. He's a person who loves to be out talking to people, so he's going to find this quite difficult. But yeah, wish him well. He'll be back soon. But show goes ahead, as you say.
Show goes ahead, and a big one for Joshua Buatsi, who's been away for, he told me last night, 400 days, which is a long time for a really hot fighter like Buatsi, somebody that obviously we all believe is going to go a long way. But just good to have him back, and he needs rounds and momentum, doesn't he?
Yeah, for sure. You know, he hasn't stopped training. Obviously, he had an injury just before he was supposed to fight. I think it was towards the end of 2019, so towards the end of last year on our November show that Katie Taylor headlined. But yeah, he's back, you know, as I say, been in training non-stop, and he's ready to go. He's a big talent, you know, he's one of the biggest talents we got here in Britain. It's good to have him back, and it's going to be I think it's going to be a test for him, you know, after so long out. As you say, he needs rounds to get back in there, and, you know, hopefully a big win in there for him on Sunday, and back out again for the Joshua card at the end of the year.
Yeah, that'll be good for Buatsi. He has got an unbeaten opponent in front of him in Marko Calic, and we've been talking to Alen Babic, who's also on the bill, of course, the Savage. And Babic and Calic, they had 4 fights between them in the amateurs, 2 apiece. He says he's a Houdini. He's a difficult fighter to get hold of, and he's coming with a real opportunity here, Frank. You've given him that. It is late on in his career a little bit. I mean, although the record, he's older than Buatsi, but it's a chance. And with Buatsi possibly ring rusty and having been out, Calic could take that. Yeah,
for sure. I think it's a decent test for Buatsi. You know, as you say, Calic very close with Alen Babic. I think they had 4 fights in the amateurs, 2 apiece. So, you know, and we've seen with Babic, he's a real tough guy. You know, Calic, seeing the size of him as well, real tall guy as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how Buatsi comes back, as you say, after such a long time out.
Frank, what are your and Eddie's plans for Joshua? Should he come through on Sunday night? Well, obviously all the talk of Callum Johnson, Anthony Yard, or do you sort of aim for higher things for Bivol and Beterbiev? What's the plan because of the time out and obviously the bumpy year we've had?
Yeah, for sure. I think the aim is, as I said before, to get him back out in early December on the Joshua undercard. Get him back after, as you say, such a long period out. It's going to be important to keep him active. So we'll get him back out there, and then aim to build up to some big fights into the next year. You mentioned Callum Johnson, which is a huge fight. Anthony Yard as well, who unfortunately Eddie's had to cancel his Frank Warren meeting, but that's another major fight that can be made in 2021 as well.
Was that meant to happen this week, him and Frank?
I think it was next week. Yeah, Frank Warren I think said anything to get out of a meeting, but they haven't met in so long. I'm not sure a couple of days will make any more difference, to be honest.
The twists and turns and the unpredictability of boxing. Chantelle, of course, let's not forget her. She fights for a world title on Sunday night. Such the success lately of the women with Katie Taylor and Delphine Pursoon's great fight at Fight Camp. Also Terry Harper and Tasha Jonas. We've got Savannah Marshall in a couple of weeks fighting for a world title. But it's Chantelle Cameron's big moment, trained now by Jamie Moore. They've got a good bond, but she's got a tough fight against this Brazilian who won bronze at 2012. Now just update us, Frank, with the situation with this one.
Yeah, sure. So I think, obviously, as you say, a big fight for Chantelle for the vacant 140 WBC title. Unfortunately, earlier in the week, Araujo missed her check weight, which was set, a safety check weight that we have to do in the build-up to the fight. So she won't come in making championship weight. So the title will be on the line just for Chantelle. So we're expecting, as I say, Araujo to come in a little bit heavier today. But as I say, still a big night for Chantelle and an opportunity to become another female world champion from the UK.
And obviously health and safety, the most important. No point in her trying to make weight. Why was she so heavy coming over?
Look, I'm not a trainer, so unfortunately I can't say. But as you say, the most important part of everything the board do, the WBC, is to ensure the safety of the fighters. So, these check weights are there to make sure fighters don't bring their weight down too much. There could be a lot of reasons, travelling, Some fighters in the past from travelling have suffered with water retention, so it could be a number of different reasons. But as I say, the key is we get the fight ahead and safety of both fighters.
Yeah, the safety absolutely paramount, and Fiaz went through that in fight camp. He was meant to fight Kane Baker, of course. They do fight on Sunday night. There's lots of really good action down the card, as well as the two main events. And let's talk about Fiaz and Baker, because he's a character, Kane Baker, isn't he? He was so excited about his big moment at fight camp, getting the ring walk and all that. You let him into the show on the night, and you've given him the fight, so it's good. And as we saw, safety and that all worked out before, and now Fiaz is ready and he's right, and Kane Baker's got his chance.
Yeah, for sure. Kane Baker did everything he said he would. He turned up for fight camp. He was very excited for the opportunity. Unfortunately, as you say, Fiaz felt unwell the night before, so I had to pull out. But it's built into a big fight. I saw them doing the gloves are off. I'm not sure if he released that yet, but that's a very interesting. And as I say, it's for someone early on in his career like Fiaz to have these sort of grudge matches and build that tension. I think is important because it's going to help him further down the line. But it's not a set result. It's going to be a tough test for Aqib, but one I think he's ready for.
Now let's talk about Alen Babic, because he's the real character, of course, in the bubble. He's exploded onto the scene, hasn't he, in the last year or so? 4 quick wins. He's part of the Dillian White camp, of course, and there's. You don't have to go looking for Alen. He's right in front of you, and he's just he's an old-fashioned throwback, isn't he? He wants knockouts in a ring. He wants to fight, and he's fun. He's a character, and he's growing a bit of a cult following, isn't he? It's good fun.
Yeah, he's just joined Twitter as well. Yesterday, he's just joined Twitter, so the Savage Babic is on there. He's 2 different characters, but I think he's got a huge career ahead of him. I think Niall Kennedy's a good test for him as well. He's a big lump, Niall. But coming off the back of a quick win against Chantelle Winters on the Dillian White undercard, that was a good win for him, because he really stepped up in class there. Chantelle had just fought Joseph Parker, and I think went 6 or 7 rounds. So I think Babic showed what he's got in the tank, and this will be another interesting test. And again, the same thing. We've got to keep him active, keep him busy, and try and get him out again before the end of the year.
Yeah, it's the Savage, the alter ego. Then it's Alen, and he was pretty friendly actually to Niall Kennedy, who is a lovely fella from Ireland, and he's based in America. He's had some wins out in Boston, and he's very honest. He knows what he's up against. But again, a bit like Calic on the top of the card, it's a huge opportunity for Niall Kennedy. And the heavyweight division is, you're 1 or 2 fights away from a really big one, aren't you?
Yeah, no, for sure. If Niall can go out there, I just saw Pascal Collins as I was coming down, who's Niall Kennedy's trainer, and he said, after this, when we beat Babic, you're going to give us some big fights. So, he's ready to go, and he knows, as you say, in the heavyweight division, there's huge opportunities just around the corner. A big win against Babic gets him in there with one of the big names, and then he's not far off from, a challenge against some of the top 15 if he wins a couple.
And if Babic wins, what would you do with him? Would it be a Tom Little, a Dave Allen, a Martin Bacoli, and obviously the one he wants is Filip Hrgović?
Yeah. I mean, Tom Little, I think, is one we're trying to line up for later in the year, for sure. Filip Hrgović, I think, is just a little bit further down the road in his career. But that's a huge fight in maybe a year and a half's time, and we'll do it in Croatia. There's no point rushing it. Build them both up, get them some more wins, and then, as I say, massive fight for Croatia.
Really, really interesting fight to kick off the card. The English middleweight title fight. Fier and Harding. It's they've been really. They've been really interesting to watch this week. Different characters, different mindsets, and on paper, a fantastic clash, Frank.
Yeah, for sure. Again, another gloves are off I saw yesterday that you were doing. I don't know if that one's come out either, but the 2 of them have really caught it off between them. And as you say, it's a great fight between the 2 guys. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top. They both say they're ready, they both say they're fit, no excuses from either, and both very interesting stories, so looking forward to seeing that one. And it's great to kick off the show as well with such a great fight. I think that's what we found, coming back from everything after fight camp, it's important to start with these big fights as well.
Totally agree with you. A pleasure, Frank, as always. I know you've got business to take care of with Eddie absent. Off you go there, and I'll just pop back here. We can see David Diamante is here. We had a good chat with him last night. He's very much looking forward to Sunday night here in Milton Keynes. Darren Barker over there working for Matchroom alongside Chris Lloyd. We've had Tony Bellew in the bubble. There's a real buzz here ahead of Buatsi and Calic. Return of Joshua Buatsi, of course, 400 days after he last fought, so he needs the ring. Of course, he won't have the fans here, but Joshua Buatsi, JB, it's a new mantra, he's just business, and that's what he needs to do. Him with Marko Calic, unbeaten as well in 11 fights from Akana in Croatia. And as we said, Frank and I met Alen Babic 4 times in the amateurs. Boxed for Croatia in the World Championships as well. He's decent, yet to be really tested, Calic, and he will be on Sunday night, you would have thought, with this quick, calculated, powerful and intelligent fighter in Buatsi. But we have said Buatsi's one to watch for 18 months, 2 years or so it is time for him to get his career motoring. That's very, very important. Weigh-in coming up pretty shortly, and we got one fight that Frank and I didn't talk about. There is the professional debut of John Hedges, very tall at 6'5" for the super middleweight division. Had a good amateur career, boxed out of Repton, won 40 of 44 fights, so he's one to certainly keep an eye on. Grant Weston on Facebook with a question. Can't wait for Buatsi and Yard. Is that likely? Well, you heard Frank there. Eddie and Frank Warren were meant to have a meeting maybe next week, but of course Eddie will be in isolation, and probably find that pretty tough, being in isolation in one room, I'd have thought, for a couple of weeks. But we'll see whether that does emerge, that meeting between Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren. Top of that list will be Yard and Buatsi. It's a possibility. I think we need a gate for that. I think we need crowds. David Diamante is taking over.
Big night of boxing action. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing, and it's going to be shown live around the world on Sky Sports and DAZN. Sponsored by William Hill, Wow Hydrate, Nordic Track, and JD Sports. It's a great fight card, so without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring the fighters up so they can face the scale and face each other. Our first contest for the evening will be opening up at 7 o'clock. 10 rounds for the English Middleweight Championship. Introducing up first, the challenger, fighting out of Brixton, London, England. He's with his head trainer, Xavier Miller. Professional record, 8 wins, 1 defeat, 1 draw, 2 wins, coming by way of knockout. Sunday night, he'll be making his second attempt at the title. Please welcome to the stage, the Pest, John Hard Knocks Harding Jr.
John Harding Jr., what an interesting story and journey John has had. He was the wrong side of the tracks. He spent time inside prison many years, and he was determined when he came out to turn his life around. He met Dillian White, and he has done exactly that. It's a fantastic, feel-good story. He's amassed 8 victories in 10 fights. He had a good battle with Jack Cullen, just came up short there. This is his next chance at a title, the English middleweight title challenge for John Harding Jr. Looking in immaculate condition.
11 stone 2.1 for the challenger. 11 stone 2.1.
And does come in light. Inside, well inside the 11 stone 6 middleweight limit, and that was one of the questions, whether he would come down in weight, but he's taking this opportunity against the champion, the very cool, calm Linus Adofia.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the stage to head to the scale with his head trainer Terry Stewart. His professional record, a perfect one, 15 fights, 15 victories, 7 of them coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Luton, Sunday night, he'll be making his first defense of the title. Please welcome the reigning, defending undefeated English middleweight champion, Linus Udofia.
Unbeaten in 15 from Luton, the 27-year-old. He's full of confidence. He feels he can go up the levels in this sport, and this is a stepping stone for him. Charming and very calm, really, in the face of some heat from John Harding yesterday.
11 stone, 2.3 for Linus Udofia.
Also, he's come in light too. That's interesting, both of them. I think John Harding was saying he hasn't had breakfast yet, but look, the key is they're both in tip-top shape. Fantastic. And they will be ready for this starter on Sunday night. And it's a good one. It's a really good match. Linus Udofia and John Harding Jr. 10 rounds for the English Middleweight Championship. And these English titles, they do give us really good action. Udofia will start favourite, but John Harding Jr. says everything has gone according to plan. Out in Portugal, of course, part of Team White. And we cannot wait for this.
Linus Udofia, John Harding Jr., 10 rounds for the English Middleweight Championship.
Look how psyched up the pair of them are. Let's try and bring Linus in here. That's it. We'll try and keep our distance, Linus. Both of you look in terrific shape. How did you feel, first of all, on the scales?
Absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to go now. One day, only one day.
Both of you have come in light. Is that an indication? I thought John might, but you have as well, fairly.
Oh yeah, you know, I've been on weight for the last few days, and I just wanted my nutrition. I kind of wanted to fly under, so I had more time to recarb up and you know, feel comfortable. And I felt comfortable the whole time. So all those air burgers worked out, I guess.
The air burgers that John Harding was saying, that's in relation to a little head-to-head chat we had yesterday, and when John was saying, are you struggling at the weight, it was obvious that neither of them are struggling at the weight. All these games, the psychology, you know, the different characters you are. The key is, you've both sparred together, you're both good fighters, and we're going to get a great one, aren't we, to kick off proceedings?
Massively. You're going to see a lot of levels, and you know, it's at a point now where it's a day out. It's time to just go back, relax, and tomorrow it's going to be a great show to start off. You know what I mean? I'm excited. I'm very excited now.
You want to make a statement Sunday night?
Massively. It's time to make a statement now. I'm the champion, and I've got to show everyone why.
Linus, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Good luck tomorrow.
Next contest, 4 rounds in the super middleweight division. That's at a 12-stone limit. Introducing up first, a gentleman from Manchester, originally from the Czech Republic. 2 wins, 4 defeats. Please welcome John Arden. Arden.
This is Jan Arden from the Czech Republic. Jan has now settled in Manchester, which is his home. He's 25 years of age. He's won a couple, lost 4. This is a big opportunity on a huge show here on Sky Sports, under the lights. And when we spoke to him yesterday, Jan was very excited about his chance.
Stone, 11 pounds even for John Arden. 11-11 for John Arden.
11-11 for Arden from the Czech Republic.
And now making his way to the stage for the very first time in the paid ranks, ladies and gentlemen, with his head trainer Sab Leo, 18 years old, stands 6'5". He's a southpaw, 4-time national champion, 7-time international champion, fighting out of Takeley, England. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the gentleman, John J. Hedges.
Here's John Hedges. 18 years old, what a moment for him, professional debut. He is an extremely tall and rangy super middleweight, good amateur. How good as a pro will he be? He promises that he'll show us something special on Sunday night as he makes his debut. 4 rounds in the super middleweight division. What a platform he has.
13.3 for the gentleman, John J. Hedges.
Hedges against Arden from the Marshall Arena in Milton Keynes. And the fights will just keep on coming. There's plenty of good matches on Sunday night. Remember, We're on Sky Sports. Main event after the football, that's for Chantelle Cameron and Joshua Buatsi. And before, we're on Sky Sports Arena from 7 p.m. Sunday night, don't forget. You might think it's tonight, but no, it's weigh-in on Saturday this week and Sunday night for fighting. Tony Bellew won his world title on a Sunday night in Everton at Goodison Park. And I think this might be the first show on a Sunday we've had since then. Hedges and Arden, head to head.
Gentlemen, John J. Hedges, John Arden, 4-round super middleweights, Sunday night, Milton Keynes.
John, good to see you. How excited are you? Or are you nervous about this this big moment for you in your career?
No, do you know what? I'm buzzing. I can't wait. It's all real now. I'm ready to go. I'm raring.
Tell us a little bit more about your amateur career, because as David said, there are plenty of national titles. I think you won the majority, only lost 4 or 5. So just tell us a little bit more about yourself and your style of what to expect.
I had a class career. Every fight near enough I had as well, giving counts of 8. So in the amateurs, that's like putting your opponent down. Listen, I had a great amateur career. It's a different game now, more mentally focused, physically focused, and yeah, can't wait to get in there.
So what are we expecting? Some power then in the ring, as well as obviously that long reach you've got at super middleweight.
Yeah, I like to believe I've got it both. So yeah, let's wait for the showcase and let's do it on Sunday.
Do you know much about Jan Arden, your opponent from the Czech Republic, based in Manchester? Obviously he's had a few fights.
Yeah, he's not a bad opponent at all. He's not a journeyman. He's coming to win. And yeah, I can't wait to go in there. He's only going to make me perform better.
John, you sound very relaxed and raring to go. Big smile on your face. Enjoy yourself. Good luck tomorrow. That's John Hedges. John Hedges for his professional debut. We had another Super Storm, I think it was, who asked, how are we coping without Eddie Hearn in the bubble? I mean, we do say, and he would always say, the show goes on, but to be honest, we miss him. Frank and I miss him. It's not quite the same. You get that buzz with Eddie, don't you? David's trying to make up for it. We're trying to build a bit of music as well, but if Eddie's watching, we do miss you. So, you know, keep well, keep strong, and you'll be back very soon. I'll be watching every minute of what happens Sunday night, and David will bring the next fighters to the scales.
That's at a limit of 9 stone 4 pounds. Let's go ahead and welcome up the contestants right now with his head trainer, Errol Johnson. Professional record, 13 wins, 6 defeats. He's the former Midlands area champion, fighting out of Birmingham. Ladies and gentlemen, Kane Baker.
When he does get his opportunity, it was a dream to be on the fight camp stage, and he nearly made it to one of those ring walks through the flowers and amidst the fireworks, but it didn't work out. Akim Fiaz pulled out for health and safety before the fight, and they do it again for real here. Kane Baker, great character. He says he's a fan, and he's a fan with gloves on. No gloves on at the moment, as he needs to make the weight.
4.8 pounds. 9 stone 4.8 for Kane Baker.
9.48, and he was winding up Akim Fiaz about his weight yesterday at the head-to-head. So Kane Baker looking great, and his trainer Errol Johnson, such a big part of the boxing scene in Britain. Great to see him here this week as well.
Now headed to the stage and the scale with his head trainer Jamie Moore. Please welcome the undefeated charge, fighting out of Oldham, Akim Fiaz.
Well, a lot expected from Akim Fiaz, who was a good amateur, and he's got plenty of support as well. Unfortunately, they can't be here behind closed doors, but he just wants to get back in the ring after the wobble in fight camp.
$9.52 for Akim Fiaz. $9.52 for the final Akim Fiaz.
There was a delay, but it was just a pause. 9.52, Kane Baker claps Akim Fiaz. They make the weight. We have the fight. We're good to go. Let's see if we can have a word with, well, we're just going to get the head-to-heads first, and then we'll try and get a word with one or both of them. But they're different personalities, these two, and from different sides of the boxing brigade, really. Akib, who is heavily sponsored, heavily fancied and touted by Matchroom. Kane Baker, who's lost fights before, but doesn't bother him one little bit.
Sunday night, Milton Keynes.
Let's bring one or two of them. Let's bring Akib in first. If you just stand just here, just at safe distance, Akib. Well, you got there, you've done the weight. Kane Baker applauded. It's time to get it on now, isn't it, finally?
Yeah, obviously, last time it was just a disappointment. I was a bit ill and stuff, so it is what it is. I'm here now, the fight's on, and I couldn't be happier.
What are we going to expect from you on Sunday evening? Obviously, you're unbeaten. It's a chance for you to showcase your talent to a big audience. What are we going to expect?
It'll be an exciting fight. Let's go to war tomorrow. I'm ready.
You ready for whatever Kane Baker brings to you? Because you know he's going to be fired up. You know this is a real opportunity for him.
Yeah, let's go. I'm ready too.
Fantastic. We'll see you tomorrow, Keith. Thanks very much. Let's bring in Kane as well. Kane, great to see you. And here we go again, really. And now we get it on. Both of you fine. And Sunday night, we see what really happens.
That's it. Can't wait for tomorrow. Bring it on. Let's hope. I'm just waiting for the ring walk to just confirm it all, and then but I'm happy. I feel good. Akib looked good. He looked healthier than he did last time. So everything's good to go.
Are you in the same place as you were before fight camp, or are you in a better place? Has the delay helped you, or are you just going to be the same Kane Baker warrior in that ring, whatever the night?
I'm in a lot better place. I had a loss in my family when I was in the bubble last time. So rest in peace, Andy Woolley. That was my brother's dad who died. He'll be watching over. So I'm here. I feel a lot more revitalised, fresh. I feel just ready to go. I had a week off last time after all the devastation, and then we laid Andy to rest, and then I've come back here in great spirit, ready to go. Put on the show tomorrow.
Finally, can you beat him?
Yeah.
Good man. Thanks, Kane. Take care. Have a good rest. Rest up and prepare yourself for Sunday night. That's Akib Fiaz against Kane Baker. It was meant to happen in fight camp. It does happen here at the Marshall Arena on Sunday evening. Really good fight, really good match. Young prospect against a very hungry Midlands fighter who's underrated and will be coming with every bit of fire and intensity in that ring. So we've got through three of them. I think we're expecting the heavyweights any moment. Out of the corner of my eye, I can see Alen Babic, the Savage, the alter ego. He's really been making waves in the last weeks. Back to David.
Our next contest of the evening, 8 rounds scheduled in the heavyweight division. That is 14 stone, 4 pounds. Let's go ahead and bring the gentleman up to the stage and the scale. Introducing up first, he represents Murphy's Boxing. He stands with his head trainer, Packy Collins. Professional record, 13 victories, only 1 defeat. He has 1 draw and 8 big wins coming by way of knockout. He is the 4-time Irish national champion and the reigning Massachusetts, New England, and IBA America's heavyweight champion, fighting out of Gorey, County Wexford, Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen, Niall Kennedy.
What a gentleman he is, Niall Kennedy. Really lovely man and a fantastic role model, really, to plenty of people both in Ireland and America. 13 wins in his 15 fights.
15-9 1/2 for Niall Kennedy. 15-9 1/2 for Niall Kennedy.
15-9 1/2 for the big man. 6'3" under the tutelage of Pascal Collins. He's fought in Boston. Now he fights in Milton Keynes. Big chance for him.
His professional record thus far, perfect. 4 fights, 4 victories. All 4 victories coming by way of knockout. Here is the exciting and hard-hitting young phenom fighting out of Zagreb, Croatia. Ladies and gentlemen, Alen, the Savage Babic.
29 years old from Zagreb. 4 fights, 4 knockout wins, just 7 rounds. And he is bringing some raw excitement And cue the roar. A play on words there from Alen Babic. Fantastic to see.
14-3 and 1/4 for the Savage. 14-3 and 1/4 for Alen Babic.
And he's inside the cruiserweight division. That's always been the question with Alen. Is he a big cruiser, a small heavy? But he doesn't mind. He just wants to fight. He just wants to excite. And he believes he can take down opponent after opponent. Actually, he enjoyed chatting to Niall Kennedy yesterday, and I think they got on pretty well. So he said he's going to really find it difficult to hurt him this time, but it is business.
8 rounds heavyweight Sunday night matchroom boxing.
Huge opportunity for Kennedy. Looking to fist bump Alen Babic, but maybe he has just turned away from the nice guy now, Alen. And it's closing in, obviously, on fight time. So both of them looking in really good shape. A heavyweight match-up on the card, always good to see in this terrific blue ribbon heavyweight division. If you just stand there, Alen, great to see you. A big roar, a big let out of steam there on the scales. You love this game, don't you?
Yes, there is no Alen no more, only Savage.
This is it.
I don't care about games no more. I don't care about being nice, So unless you want me to, not be nice, it's gonna be cool to just leave me.
It was Alen yesterday. It was the Mr. Nice Guy, and Niall there put out a hand, a fist hand, and it's business now, is it for you?
Yeah, it's all respect from business. I don't want to be a nice guy anymore. I'm tired of being a nice guy, so. I need this to get through the ring, to get my life going, so I need to be the better way.
So do you keep this up now? What happens in the next few hours? Obviously, you get your food down, you get a good night's sleep. What does Alen Babic, or what does the Savage do in the final hours up to fight time?
The Savage just doesn't care about nothing, I just lay, I don't talk to nobody, I'm gonna turn off my phone right now, so until the fight time there is nobody around me, except my coach for 1 hour a day maybe, and that's it. I don't need nobody, I just wanna go out there and perform, and for that I need maximum focus.
We've had 4 exciting performances so far from you, Alen. What happens on Sunday night when you meet Niall Kennedy?
I'm the best I was ever been. This is my best. So you're gonna see the Savage's Savage. I'm gonna be even worse than I was with Chantelle Winters. I'm gonna be bad. I'm gonna bring all the bad intentions and watch me. You're gonna like it.
We will be watching. Alen, rest up, turn your phone off, and we'll see you Sunday evening. Thanks very much. Thank you, Alen Babic, who already is a different personality to the one we were hanging out with yesterday. Quite frightening to see, really. Anyway, Alen Babic, how far can he go? He is small as a heavyweight, but there's plenty of fights out there, as Frank was saying. Maybe a match-up with Tom Liddell. There's Dave Allen, of course, who's been out sparring Alexander Usyk. It's quite a mouthwater one. What about Martin McCauley? Plenty ahead for Alen Babic, but it's Niall Kennedy first.
Big night of boxing action. 10
title
rounds for the WBC
women
Super Lightweight
up to the scales.
Championship. This is a vacant title. Introducing up first to the stage. She's a 2012 Olympic bronze medalist, undefeated, 6 fights, 6 victories, 1 coming by way of knockout. She's the reigning WBC Silver Super Lightweight Champion, fighting out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Introducing the Pitbull, Adriana dos Santos Araujo.
Bronze in the Olympic Games. She had 300 amateur fights. She's unbeaten in 6. But she is heavy, and we know this. She had a check weight earlier in the week, and the board were adamant that she wouldn't be able safely to take enough weight off to fight for the world title tonight. It is a vacant belt. That means that Chantelle Cameron, if she wins, will become world champion, and Adriana dos Santos Araujo will just get the victory if she wins and not the championship.
10 stone 5.7 for Araujo. 10 stone 5.7 for Araujo.
10.57, as we expected, extremely heavy, above the super lightweight limit. Just seeing Chantelle Cameron's reaction to that, alongside her trainer Jamie Moore. She started with Shane McGuigan, and now with Jamie and Nigel Travis up north, and she's been waiting a long time for this moment. The 29-year-old.
Stage at the scale with their head trainer, Jamie Moore. Professional record, also a perfect one. 12 fights, 12 victories, 7 of them coming by way of knockout. She's the IBO World and WBC Silver Lightweight Champion, fighting out of Northampton, England. Introducing El Capo, Chantelle Cameron.
Here she is from just down the road in Northampton, about to enter her 13th fight. She's undefeated. She's just gone under the radar a little bit with all the attention on Katie Taylor and Terry Harper, but she can really fight Chantelle Cameron, and this could be her big breakthrough.
9-11-7 for Chantelle Cameron. 9-11-7. Chantelle Cameron.
Well inside the super lightweight limit, so a big weight difference between the two ladies. 9-11-7 for Chantelle Cameron. 10-5-7 for Adriana Araujo, who, remember, cannot win the world title. But with that weight advantage, she's going to be very, very strong. And nicknamed the Pitbull, she's aggressive. Chantelle Cameron knows what to expect. And Jamie Moore would have meticulously studied Araujo. Really good amateur Araujo, who gave Katie Taylor a standing count. She beat Tasha Jonas and had some big wins, as well as that bronze medal in London.
Araujo, 10 rounds for the vacant WBC Super Lightweight Championship of the World. Sunday night, Matchroom Boxing.
It really is a huge night for Chantelle Cameron. We hope to get a little word with her. Just with Jamie Moore, who's got a busy night with Akeem Fiaz on the bill. Jamie, a busy stable, but this is the big one for him. Chantelle Cameron, great to see you. World title fight tomorrow night. First of all, let's talk about the weight. Obviously, Araujo's come in very, very heavy. You're the only one that can win the title. How does that change your mindset, or is it absolutely concentrating on what you've got to do here?
Yeah, it doesn't change my mindset at all. She's coming heavy. She weren't obviously prepared. She hadn't made the weight, and I've been a professional and I've made the weight. But regardless of the weight, I'm winning the title anyway, so no bother to me.
Does it matter that it is a huge weight disadvantage for you? Because obviously she is aggressive. She's got that style, that come forward style. Are you and Jamie okay with that? The fact that she's 10-5, you're 9-11. It's a big difference at this sort of weight.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I've been sparring heavier girls the whole camp. So a lot heavier than me, so I'm fine with it. She's going to be slower, I'll be sharper, and I'll just be smart. I'll be smart and I'll let my boxing do it for me this time.
Yeah, that's what you've been saying all week. It's about intelligence, it's about utilising the skills, keeping with the tactics, listening to Jamie, and you can become a world champion Sunday night?
Listen, I'm going to stay switched on, and I think my tactics will change more so now. I'm not going to be silly in there and take stupid shots, because she is the heavier girl. So I'm gonna box this. I'm gonna box this fight, yeah.
Finally, Chantelle, it's a great time, isn't it, for the women in boxing? You've been waiting patiently for this chance, and you've seen Katie and Terry Harper and Tasha Jonas, Savannah Marshall fighting for a world title in a couple of weeks. It's brilliant, isn't it?
It's unbelievable, yeah. The women are flying the flag, and things are just getting better as well.
Good luck Sunday night. Thanks, Chantelle. Thanks very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. We'd like to welcome everybody to the official weigh-in for Sunday night's huge night of boxing action. And it's now time to weigh in the main event of the evening. It's all being brought to you Sunday night, courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. Sponsored by William Hill, Wow Hydrate, Nordic Track, and JD Sports. All of the action will be televised live around the world on Sky Sports and DAZN. The main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, 12 rounds for the WBA International Light Heavyweight Championship. That will be contested at 12 stone 7. Introducing up first to the stage and to the scale, the challenger. He's undefeated in his campaign, 11 fights, 11 victories, 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Montana, Croatia, here is the tough and elusive Marko Calic.
As David said, undefeated in 11 fights. Boxed internationally for Croatia. He's tall, 6'3", got a big reach and a big opportunity here. Well-travelled, boxed in Slovenia, the Czech Republic, Germany, Sweden, Hungary, Albania, and now in Britain on Sunday night. Marko Calic.
10 stone 4 3/4 for the challenger, Marko Calic.
10 stone, I think it should be 12 stone.
12 stone 4 3/4 for Marko Calic.
It's not very often that David slips like that. We'll let him off. 12-4 for Calic. He's well inside the 12 stone 7 limit, but looking in terrific condition. They've worked very hard for this moment. They know how good Buatsi is. They know what reputation he comes with, but this is his chance.
And now making his way to the stage, undefeated in his professional record, 12 fights, 12 victories, 10 of them coming by way of knockout. He is the 2016 Olympic bronze medalist. Sunday night, he'll be making his 5th defense of his international title, fighting out of Croydon, London. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the reigning, defending, undefeated WBA International Light Heavyweight Champion, Joshua Just Business Buatsi.
401 days and counting for Joshua Buatsi. It'll be 402 days tomorrow when he returns to the ring. Last time we saw him was August 2019 against Ryan Ford. He won in 7 at the O2. Undefeated, is he going to become the star that many believe he will be? 27 years old.
12-4-3 for Joshua Buatsi, 12-4-3 for the reigning WBA International Champion.
Oh, plenty of these fighters light, and that shows that they have worked extraordinarily hard over the lockdown period, over this tough year. And apart from Araujo, a lot of lightweights tell me that they are in brilliant condition. Joshua Buatsi, Marko Calic, topping the bill, remember, on Sky Sports' main event after Liverpool Villa on Sunday night. Don't miss this. The story continues. Can Calic dent the Buatsi bubble? Or is Joshua on his way to becoming the world champion that Eddie Hearn and everybody at Matchroom believe is almost a certainty? Nothing is certain in boxing.
Joshua Buatsi, Marko Calic, 12 rounds of boxing scheduled for the WBA International Light Heavyweight Championship. Main event, Sunday night, Milton Keynes, Sky Sports, and Matchroom Boxing.
Well, we saw Joshua do a little bit of training, light training last night, and in excellent condition. Hadley Fox wants to know if Buatsi fought Callum Johnson right now, how would he get on? I'll tell you what, why don't I ask JB when he comes over? He's just rehydrating with some drink. We've had a question on Facebook. Joshua, how would you cope if you were fighting Callum Johnson on Sunday night? So I'll ask you that first.
How would I cope with my fight against Callum Johnson?
If you were fighting Callum on Sunday night, how would you do?
Same approach, man. Always to win. No different answer. So it's to win at all costs, man. We're one day away now. I'm excited.
It's not Callum Johnson, of course. It's Marko Calic. Tall guy, unbeaten, good amateur, dangerous.
Like you said, tall guy, unbeaten, dangerous. He's going to come to win, Adam. And that's what we're looking for. Someone that's going to come and win, someone with ambition. And as always, man, I'm ready. I've made the weight. He's made the weight. The talking is finally done. As you're smiling at him because you know this bit for me, it drags on a bit, but now we're down to business, and on Sunday it's just business as always.
Yeah, we all love this moment, the last part before the big night, and it must be a little bit frustrating this last year and a half since you've got back into the ring. You always seem calm, you always seem cool, but have there been times where you thought, I just want to get out there and fight?
I've been itching to get a fight, but as always, remain calm, cool and collected, like you say, man. So I'm ready, man. I'm happy to be here.
What do we expect finally on Sunday night? Different night for boxing. You're coming off the big football as well. Hopefully lots of eyeballs on Joshua Buatsi. What are you going to deliver?
Dominant performance as always, man. I'm in there to win every second, every minute. and to come out on top like I always do. So that's what I'm expecting of myself tomorrow night, and that's what the viewers can expect, Adam.
JB, just business. Thanks very much for now. We'll see you tomorrow night. Really appreciate that. Joshua Buatsi, of course, undefeated and hoping to stay that way. Marko Calic undefeated as well. It's a fantastic night ahead. Sunday evening, remember, from the Marshall Arena here in Milton Keynes. Behind closed doors, but there will be some atmosphere in there. We hope you tune in. We hope you've enjoyed the weigh-in. And we will see you Sunday night on Arena, then on Main Event for a great card. Don't forget, kicking off with the English middleweight title, that grudge match. And then all the way through, we've got Alen Babic, we've got the heavyweights, we've got the Fiaz Baker fight that never happened in Fight Chemicals, John Hedges' professional debut, Chantelle Cameron aiming to become the latest British world champion. Can she do it against a very tough Brazilian opponent? And then the big one, Buatsi and Calic. Join us to see whether JB can continue this great story. Bye-bye for now.